Dillian the Body Snatcher right here. It's a champ. Big up to Sporting Icon. Subscribe. Otherwise, I might pay you guys a visit.
Now, how many times over how many videos have I said that Dillian Whyte did not only get £300,000 for his last fight? How many times did I do that? So damn many. But yet, I still see comments of, and it's a minority of Tyson Fury fanatics. There's a difference between a fanatic and a fan. Fans are usually pretty sensible. Fanatics, not so much. And unfortunately, these minority do spoil it for the rest. I still see comments of Tyson Fury, he got paid 20 million. Dillian Whyte only got paid 300,000. That's why 20% is actually a really good deal. I mean, these people no longer have the common sense that they were born with, even though I repeatedly said that Dillian Whyte hasn't been paid that kind of money since he fought Brian Minto, and that was before Anthony Joshua. People genuinely thought that Dillian Whyte only got paid £300,000 in a pay-per-view main event against former world champion Alexander Povetkin. Of course, the rematch. He only got paid $300,000. You genuinely thought that. If you did, you're a fucking moron. But either that or they had a narrative. The narrative was showing the clear A side to the clear B side. That was the narrative. Tyson Fury being the A side, Dillian Whyte being the B side. And they really genuinely believed what it was that Frank Warren put out there. Now, Eddie Hearn has finally cleared it up. Finally, after how many interviews Eddie Hearn done, somebody actually asked him the question about the 300,000. It would have been the first question that I would have asked because I knew it needed clearing up. Well, the 300,000 that Dillian Whyte showed to the WBC that he got was the minimum guarantee for that fight. So immediately after that fight, Eddie Hearn Matchroom would have given him his 300,000 guarantee, his minimum. Whether it be that night or the following day, Matchroom are very, very good at paying their fighters the agreed amount. Okay, so that's what he would have been paid. The rest of the money, because he owns the show. Matchroom fighters, for the most part, own the show. Dillian Whyte owned that particular show, which is what we're talking about here, the Alexander Povetkin rematch. He owned the show. So he would have been coordinating the undercard. How much they get paid. Who it is that they're fighting. All the kind of trimmings that go with it. The pay-per-view would come in at a later date. The gate receipts would come in at a later date. Then, of course, you do all the deductions, yada, yada, yada. Then you get your money. Then, as a separate thing, that's what you show the WBC as and when that happens. So Frank Warren, talk about 300,000, knew fine well what it was that he was talking about, but he was pushing a narrative because he knew fine well that there is, unfortunately, the educational system has a lot to answer for, that there are enough stupid people out there who would have believed that he only got paid £300,000. Now, when it comes to the WBC only getting a cut of £300,000, now, firstly, I do have to ask the question, how would Frank Warren know that? I mean, surely that kind of thing should be private? Surely. I mean, if it's not, okay, then can all promoters, managers, etc., fighters see what every single person earned? Can they see that? I mean, surely there should be some kind of privacy action. I mean, surely. But, hey, listen, if it is open to everybody and Frank Warren put it out there, okay, cool. If there is some kind of privacy thing, I would like to know how Frank Warren knew about that. And I would like to know why Frank Warren would put it out there to the public, something private like that. But again, narrative pushing. A side, B side. We're offering Dillian Whyte 20%, which is actually really good, considering he only got paid $300,000 for his last fight. Now, did Dillian Whyte pay the WBC the rest of the money? However much it was that he got. I'm going to presume around a couple of million. Okay, would he have given the WBC their cut of that after the 300%? Well, I'm sure that he would, as he would normally do in previous fights. Did he on this one? Well, I don't know. Because going by the interview with Eddie Hearn, and I may have misheard it, so if I have, I do apologise, and please correct me below in the comment section, that at this point is when Dillian Whyte took the WBC to court, to the arbitrator, about getting his world title shot. Because that was the original thing. I'd done an interview with Dillian Whyte before. Of course, we spoke about that kind of thing. And I knew that he was taking them to court. And it was quite some time ago. There seems to be, again, a bit of a misconception that Dillian Whyte has only just done it. Like the WBC ordered him to fight the winner of Fury and Wilder, and then he decided to sue the WBC. No, this has been going on for much, much longer than that. Much longer than that. And for the most part, it's been about getting his world title shot, okay? But getting your world title shot, okay, cool. Now you've ordered me to fight the winner of Fury Wilder. That's great. But what's my cut? Are you going to try and stiff me on that one too? I should get up to 45%. What are you going to say? That's why I ain't dropping the case. Now, again, there does seem to be a bit of a misconception that Dillian Whyte is not going to fight Tyson Fury if it's going to be 20%. That's not true. Have you heard Dillian Whyte say that? Now, Dillian Whyte, okay, he hasn't done any kind of media, so again, you haven't heard him say anything. And I fully understand why, because he did tell me as well that it's because he didn't want to say something and then come back to bite him. While there's a legal case going on, it's better off saying nothing. Therefore, nothing could be scrutinised. Nothing could be used against him. Okay? At some point, when all this is sorted out, of course, I'll be grabbing an interview off him. So will many other people and that as well. But the point is, don't believe everything that you hear. Don't believe it all. I told you time and time again, there's no way he only got paid $300,000. It's impossible. It's impossible. He did not get paid £300,000 for a rematch with Alexander Povetkin. And as I said before, if you genuinely believe that, you need to have a look at yourself. Or maybe you're trying to convince yourself of something else. Now, I don't know whether or not Dillian Whyte has paid the WBC the rest of the money. I don't know that part. Maybe it's a case of he's holding on to it and saying, until this is sorted out, you ain't getting your money. Because I'm tired of paying sanction fee after sanction fee after sanction fee and not getting what I deserve. You're not following your own rules. So I'm going to hold on to this until I get what it is that I want, which is my world title shot at the correct split. If it was any other sanctioning body, he'd have been guaranteed the 25%, and that's what it would have been. If this had been another sanctioning body and the minimum was between 30% rising up to 45%, that's what the number would have been. Not no damn 20%. So yeah, he's damn right. He's absolutely correct to keep hold of every extra penny that he has. Why pay them for them to just stiff him? They don't deserve his money. They don't deserve it. He's been paying sanction fee after sanction fee after sanctioning fee. For what? For what? If anything, the WBC owe him. Because they've been stiffing him for the longest time, protecting Wilder and that from him. And now Fury. But anyway, hopefully that explains the 300,000. So if I'm still seeing comments about people saying how Dillian Whyte only got paid 300,000, Tyson Fury got paid 20 million, I'm just going to block you because I've had enough of stupid people in the comment section. I've just had enough of it. Honestly, I've explained it. Eddie Hearn explained it much better than what I have, but it's out there now. If I see it again, I'll just block you. Very, very simple. I need to raise the IQ on this channel. There's too many numbskulls. And unfortunately, they're on the Tyson Fury side of the fence. They really are. And they're spoiling it for the true Tyson Fury fans. They're spoiling it. Dillian Whyte only got paid 300,000. Tyson Fury got paid 20 million. Absolute muppets. Anyway, hopefully that clears it all up. Dillian Whyte did not only get paid 300,000. That was his guarantee. That's what he paid the WBC from. The rest of it, either he's already done it in a separate time, or he will pay it at some point once this whole arbitration is sorted out. How much did he actually get paid in the end? Who knows? My guess, between 2 and 4 million. My guess. Maybe it's more. I really couldn't tell you. Drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you on the next video.